Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the signpost. Just a little inspiration at the beginning of the day to set you on your way. Today, I'm basing what I have to say on something that I wrote back in 2016, and it's called Transforming. I've given up on my desires, set myself free, stopped striving and struggling, decided to be me. Never a caterpillar, always a butterfly, but first the ego part of me, I had to let it die. The higher self was always there, guiding and guarding me. Now the outer casing's broken and the lock opened, I found the key. Empowered and envisioned, discovering with fresh eyes the one I was always meant to be, much to my surprise. Emerging calm, serene and sure, knowing who I am. Nothing now can stop me fulfilling all my plans. The vision of my purpose couldn't be fulfilled by a lesser man. So the dreams just had to wait till the spirit's flame was fanned. Transforming, yes, I'm changing, going to be all I can be. The chrysalis has gone. Meet the butterfly that's me. I went to a course in Northampton called Broadband Consciousness back in 2015, and the overall feeling that I was left with was that we're not the negative voice in our head. That is the main message of BC or Broadband Consciousness. We are not the negative voice in our head. So then, where did the negative voice come from? Well, it came from everything that we've ever been told by those who love us, those that we trust, those that we put on a pedestal. We believe what they say to us. And the negative voice is also from those same people, from parents and teachers and employers and friends who we value. When they say something to us, maybe they only say it once and they didn't really mean it. They weren't wanting us to be troubled by it. It was just an observation. And then we repeat it back to ourselves over and over and over again. And we believe that we're not good enough, that we won't ever amount to anything, that we aren't all that we would like to be. So I thought, well, what happens if you take away the negative voice that's in your head? If you take away the influences of all the people who've ever spoken to you, and there is that meme that goes around, can you remember who you were before everyone told you what you're not? So our identity is based on so many negative thoughts that have been placed there, maybe only on one occasion, by parents and family and friends and boss at work. And if you really believe that that is your identity, you're in trouble. So I don't want to believe that anymore, because that's how I'm going to get free, isn't it? So who am I if I am not that negative voice in my head? If I am not the sum total of all my experiences and all the things that have been said to me, then what am I? And I pondered this for nearly a year before I wrote this poem. I'm the butterfly. I am the beautiful, spiritual being. That's who it was that showed up here, long before all those negative voices, well-meaning, some of them, were imposed upon my memory and my thoughts about myself. Who am I before all of that? I am, as we've already discussed on many occasions in this thought for the day, this guidepost, I am divinity personified. I am a bucket full of God. I'm God in human form. I'm not totally God. I'm not, I am. In fact, it says in the Bible, we are the sons and daughters of God. And it does not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when we see him, we will be like him. That's an actual scripture. That's not me making something up. So I believe wholeheartedly that we are this divine spark. We are this crashing wave, as I was talking about yesterday, and that it takes a while to break through both the negative voice and the ego. The ego, it's all puffed up. It thinks it's something wonderful. That's the one. Those are the ones who don't believe the negative voice in their head. They go the other way and they start having delusions of grandeur. They think that they're something extremely special. And to a certain extent, that is true, but not to the exclusion of all others. We're all extremely special, not just you, mate. So we've never been a caterpillar. We've always been a butterfly, but we have to break through the ego. That shell's got to be broken from the inside. I'll have you know, like the egg, if you break an egg from the outside, the chicken side will die. But if it's broken from the inside, new life appears. And so once we come to this realization that we are something more than just plain old me with all our negative thoughts, we are divinity personified. When we accept that wholeheartedly, when it's not just some line that we're speaking, that we actually believe that as we go about our day, whatever circumstances come our way, that we can be at peace, that we don't have to worry about what's going on. It says in the poem, I'm discovering with fresh eyes the one I was always meant to be, emerging calm, serene, and sure, knowing who I am. Nothing now can stop me fulfilling all my plans. The only one, actually, the truth of the matter is the only one who can stop you fulfilling your divine calling is you. Because you don't have to listen to the negative voice in your head. You don't have to listen to well-meaning friends who, oh, you could never do that. I never see you being able to do that, Andrew. Well, it doesn't matter whether they do or not. It matters whether you believe that you are capable of fulfilling the divine destiny that you were sent here with. And once the ego's gone, there's a calmness. You don't have to fight it anymore. The ego's just about put them up, put them up. I'm a cowardly lion. That's what the ego is about. But once you break through that from the inside and you realize that there is a higher part of your being that's always working, always on your side, always wanting you to succeed. In fact, the only purpose that you came here to planet Earth was to fulfill that destiny. So it can't be thwarted. The only one that can thwart it is you. So it's about finding that calmness and then moving out on it. So the vision of my purpose couldn't be fulfilled by a lesser man. The lesser man was actually me. I was the lesser man before I broke through and realized who I was before everyone told me that I wasn't that and I was something else. So there's a transformation that comes from this experience. And that is what we're all looking for. That moment where we become aware, awake in a way that we weren't before, and then we can begin to transform into the individual that we were supposed to be all along. Meet the butterfly that's me. I'm going to read my poem again and then I'm going to end the broadcast. transforming. I've given up on my desires, set myself free, stopped striving and struggling, and decided to be me. Never a caterpillar, always a butterfly, but first the ego part of me, I had to let it die. The higher self was always there, guiding and guarding me. Now the outer casing's broken, the lock opened, I found the key. Empowered and envisioned, discovering with fresh eyes, the one I was always meant to be, much to my surprise. Emerging calm, serene and sure, knowing who I am. Nothing now can stop me fulfilling all my plans. The vision of my purpose couldn't be fulfilled by a lesser man, so the dreams just had to wait till the spirit's flame was found. Transforming, yes, I'm changing, going to be all I can be. The chrysalis has gone. Meet the butterfly that's me. Namaste.